say to me that I need to paint a prophetic painting during our time together, and I don't know what I'm painting, which might sound a bit odd, which is odd, never done before. But I felt that just as he's taking us into this new season where we've never walked before, we don't know where we're going, I feel like he's gonna tell me as I'm painting what I need to do. So who knows what it's gonna look like at the end, which isn't the necessarily the point. It's actually the process. We'll just see what God does. But I feel like my painting is a prophetic action, a prophetic statement of the new season we're entering into. We've never been this way before. We don't necessarily know where we're going, except for God. God knows. He's got it all sorted. He's got it. So it's very exciting. So it's almost more of a prophetic act than I don't know what I'm doing, but anyway, I'm listening to God. I'm hoping it'll work. But you're family, so I can have a mistake on you, so it's okay. So when I was painting, I just put some blues on my palette because that's where I felt to start. And as I was painting, Vinny spoke about the Pentecost, and I had forgotten today was Pentecost Sunday. As I was doing, I just felt God saying everything He wants us to do as a community has to be drenched in His presence, the blue representing His life and His Spirit. And then I had the idea of a sea and ships, so I drew the horizon, and I felt God say that the horizon for Him is very clear. He knows exactly where we're going, and it's very, it's just like so concrete, solid. It's distinct. You can't change it. It's there. And then I felt to put on lots of little boats representing each one of us. It can represent families, can represent ministries, can represent groups of us, can represent individuals. That actually it's time to go. And then sailing ships only go forward when there's wind, when the Holy Spirit is directing. And if you notice, the sailing ship, the sails are all supposedly in the same direction because the Spirit of God is blowing in them and through them and moving them forward. And there was just this momentum of going forward, of lots of us doing that which God has put in our hearts for the way forward. And I just felt like there was such a synergy, a unity, yet a complete individualness about it. Everyone had different adventures ahead of them. Everyone had different places to go. I couldn't put it in the picture, but I had a sense of all these little boats coming out of the harbor, that they were being set sail. And there wasn't even mountains in the back. So I asked God, should I put some mountains on the horizon, that there's some land in the future? And I felt Him say no, because it's almost that risking of letting go the old to embrace the new and to go forward in faith, but allow His Spirit to take us, because the wind blows in one direction and we'll all go in the same direction if we're hearing His voice.
That's a beautiful, Shelagh. When I was looking at this painting and listening to you talking, I just felt it's so interesting that the sea doesn't look tumultuous. It looks like this sort of calm, peaceful sea. And I thought that's amazing that for such a strong wind to blow, to move the ships forward, you would imagine this sort of tumultuous waves. But it just spoke to me of the peace that comes when you being blown by the Spirit forward, that it's not actually a tumultuous, distressing experience, but it's actually direction and peace,